Hi guys, I'm Shmee, hello and welcome back to the channel where you join me at the 2023 Goodwood Festival of Speed, where I'm about to go and experience a passenger run on the famed hill climb on board this, the new Pagani Utopia. Now this car launched last year, the follow-up to the Huayra after the Zonda, only Horacio Pagani's third hypercar model. Now this is of course a big car for the company, and in fact this particular example has a proper manual gearbox, over 850 horsepower from a 6-litre twin turbocharged V12 combined with a manual, and I'm going to be joining Francis at the wheel to go and experience it. Last year I hopped out on board the Codalunga, which recently I drove at the Pagani factory in Italy. I think this is going to be pretty special, so come along with me for the ride here in the supercar paddock at the Goodwood Festival of Speed to experience the Pagani Utopia. We have a matter of minutes before hopping on board, getting this started and going for the hill climb run, but let's quickly check it out, the Pagani Utopia. It is not exactly every day that Pagani introduce a new model. In fact, the Zonda launched back in '99, the Huayra in 2011, this dropped in 2022, and this is it. This is actually the car that I filmed at the unveiling in Milan last year. Let's take a little look around though at the design, the classic elegant design lines inspired by timelessness, and you see so much of that when you explore around this car. Full carbon fiber bodywork, this engine, which of course we've seen in different iterations before, but we're here in an unbelievable lineup. 296 GTS goes by, Pininfarina Battista is over there, there's a Pagani Huayra R right alongside, and in fact on this side we have a Zonda Revolution, which is here with Lanzante, but it's all about this today. It's all about Pagani's Utopia. Let me show you the doors. You just press there, pop it open, have a quick glimpse inside, because we've got a manual shifter. Francis is going to be piloting the car today. I joined him in the Codalunga last year, which I drove so recently as well over in Italy. But this, I mean, look at it. Look at all of the details. Look at the level of detail of all of the dials. To be traditional, no big digital screens everywhere. It's supposed to be timeless. That's a key element with this. A few changes in designs, of course, because it's an entirely new model. You can hear the whistles as they clear the paddocks. We're going to be heading very shortly. We've got the key tucked in there. We're going to be finding out about all of this. So I guess it's going to be time in a second to hear the start, hop inside, get ready to go as the Ferrari Daytona SP3 crawls by in front of us. The supercar paddock loaded with the most amazing hypercars is certainly right up there. Let's do it. An exclusive first ride in Utopia, joined by all of the other cars that are around us. The Koenigseggs roll past. You'll have to believe me that there's a Regera there, and in front of it is a Jesko. Lanzante P1 Spider coming through. We saw that launched here last year. It's now through the crowd being driven on the hill climb. It is time then. Let me climb on board Utopia. Francis, how you doing?
Good to see you, Tim.
You too, back again. That's quite cool. That's actually really fun, isn't it? So, you drove this car for the first time this morning.
Yes, yeah, first run up the hill this morning, first time driving Utopia.
Which is no pressure, because you've got a lot of eyeballs, cameras and everything pointing at you.
Yeah, a few 100,000 I think.
And it's a dogleg manual, isn't it?
Yes,
it's
so
all...
You've got first is over to the left and down, and then basically straight up to second, third, fourth, fifth, 6, 7.
I don't think we're going to be getting there right now. No.
Actually, to be honest, up the hill, I think it's third, fourth, most of the way up.
So I'm looking forward to this because I know the engine revs incredibly quickly.
Yep.
This particular car has done quite a bit of driving. It's got a few tens of thousands of kilometers on it.
So we're now on 19,000 kilometers. This is a PT8 car, yeah. So does principal dynamic development. Okay. And yeah, it's fireworks going off there.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think that was fireworks, not something else.
No. But no, it's really actually it's quite a different project. So I've done a lot of driving with the Huayra family of cars and quite a lot in the BC products. But actually, it's quite a very different sort of dynamic targets that we had for this car. So I think it really actually offers the client something quite different to drive. And of course, you know, with this model, you've now got the option of the manual gearbox.
Like also, proper manual. This is
manual.
Proper manual. You can have it with the X-Track as well. The automated manual.
That's it.
But I suspect a lot of people are going to be going this way. Obviously, I guess you're dealing with customers around the world, but
Yeah, it's
Are most people going manual?
it's an attractive proposition to have a V12 with a manual
Yeah,
gearbox.
not many of
especially-
those.
Not many, and especially in kind of the modern era.
Yeah.
So it was actually, I think, a lot of feedback from clients who perhaps took the Wyra journey with us. We got a lot of requests, could we do something with a manual?
Yeah.
And we really took the opportunity with the Utopia to listen to their requests.
Yeah.
But it really took a full, it's full development to get that to come to fruition.
Well, I'm noticing that the Wyra R is being wheeled out and probably ready to go, which means we should probably get it started. Shall we
I think so.
hit the magic button? Oh, that sounds cool. That's a sharp startup sound. Right, pull down the door. Oh, not aggressively enough. The dihedrals. Shut that down. We'll have to get lids on and sleeves down, and I'll hold
pass
your
you
helmet. Yep, loaded up in here as we make our way around towards the start. It's packed. It's absolutely packed here. Like,
And Thursday used to be kind of the quiet day.
Yeah.
And this is the first day, of the whole weekend, and it's probably as busy as any of the days.
yes, it's as busy as Saturday last year. This is quite fun that we are turning around alongside the R. I've got my, if I put my window down now and he starts, I'm going to have a bad time.
He's made me jump a few times today.
Is Andrea driving it?
Yeah.
Andrea Montramini, who I've filmed with before, he was instructing me when I drove the R for the first time at Spa-Francorchamps. Tell you what, this is immediately Pagani. I mean, obviously you've been in tens and tens of Paganis, if not hundreds. It's immediately Pagani, but obviously different. This is all new. All of these handcrafted dials and switchgear is all new, but in a different way to before.
Yeah, I think it's a very analog approach, and really kind of. I think what he was trying to inspire was the flavour of cars from the 60s and 70s,
sure.
Something quite elegant. But I think you'll feel that it's no less brutal when you want to play. But yeah, I mean, of course, the hand craftsmanship that is synonymous with Pagani is in abundance.
Overload.
Literally
every surface is
dial
coated
that
in
you
leather.
touch.
Everything is super high quality. The way the air conditioning vents are over the dashboard. It's
But
very.
he was quite specific about not wanting a big screen, because actually, in a lot of cases, it's the screen technology which moves on so fast, it can date a
Dates the
car
car.
quite quickly. So we tried to keep it to a minimum. So now your main controls for the vehicle are all inside of
right, yeah,
the
it's all up
central
there,
screen there.
which you toggle through this.
So you can toggle through here.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Android Auto on your
Android
dashboard.
Auto.
Perfect.
Of course, you've got the driving modes. So you've
Yeah.
got the wet mode, comfort mode, sports mode, and race mode.
Are we going straight for race? Or?
Straight for race.
All or
Give
nothing.
us a little bit more slip off the line.
Because we're also on the brand new Trofeo RS tyres as well.
This is true. And this is also the first time I've driven on those too.
Yeah.
And they are literally fresh, brand new.
Yeah.
So they need
Normally
a
they
little
need
bit of
temperature.
scrubbing, a little bit of temperature. But no, I mean, it's such a special event, and it's such a special car to do the event with.
Yep.
So I mean, I think it puts a lot of smiles on a lot of people's faces.
For sure. Now, I know this is not criteria number one for a hypercar. It's not what customers are after. But it's so airy in here.
Yeah,
Like
it's
the amount of glass, and like behind you've got
light. It's not claustrophobic.
No, it feels so open and.
I mean, we have a few bits of extra luggage, but of course you've got the luggage in the rear clam, space
Yep.
in the rear clam. You've got the new larger bag on the rear
Yep.
seat, the suit bags or dress bags behind
Yeah,
the seats.
So we're doing a run up the hill climb with the suit bags on the back of the
They're in
seats.
style. I should have packed a tuxedo.
Yeah.
Um,
Swap out of your race suit into your tux.
sick.
Love it.
But no, I mean, I think what has always been the case from Zonda, Wyra, and now Utopia, is that they're cars that Eurasia wants people to use and drive, and if you're going to do that, you need some degree of comfort.
Yeah.
And I've been very lucky, like some clients, obviously made some big trips in the cars, and they are great cars to do tours in. You don't I don't feel exhausted or shattered when I get out of the car. They are nice places to be.
I actually found it quite interesting how many Pagani clients do sizable drives in their cars. And they're obviously such great turnouts for the Radunos as well.
Yeah, and that's growing year on year. I think we had close to 40 cars this year in Sardinia. I mean,
amazing.
it was epic. Actually, I think one of the biggest challenges we have is finding a hotel that can accommodate all 40 cars, either with the parking
along with
or
the support crews and everything else.
I mean, we actually this year was really nice because we showed the clients at the beginning of the trip all of the team behind the scenes and introduced them all, so they knew
cool.
all. And the team behind the scenes is twice as big as the ones that they meet
just to
every
manage
day.
the logistics and things.
So they're big trips.
Well, they're holding us in a little bit of a pen lineup here. Not a bad little batch of cars around us. But very shortly, we shall make our way. I think I'm spotting a one just there as well. That sounds like it's a lower sound. It's a deeper sound. Ah, nice.
By the time you get up the hill, it'll be a bit warmer, and you'll get all the pops and crackles that
Perfect.
You're probably used to. But
Sounds like a dream.
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, this fun this afternoon has been short-lived.
It's first. I've never experienced that.
Have you never been here for a run that's been cancelled?
I've never been here for a run that's been cancelled.
There was one, so fairly obviously the run's been cancelled. Unfortunately, a couple of accidents, 2 or 3 accidents have happened, which have meant that everything is about 2 hours behind schedule. And the result of that is that it's game over for today, and we've got to reverse back to the supercar paddock.
Sad times.
I mean, you get to do it tomorrow morning. I don't know if I get to do it tomorrow morning yet.
Well, we'll make a space available if you're free.
Appreciate that. I've got a very full schedule, so at the moment we're going to have to work it out. But I enjoyed my 40 metres of Utopia passenger ride.
That must be the slowest supercar ride you've had.
Yeah, I'm sure it won't be the last one. And now I've got my cameras rolling, well, you have to deal with a really awkward reversing manoeuvre and parking.
Let's see whether I can get this in one hit.
It's like, where's your concentration? Oh boy.
Maybe. Oh no, not quite.
I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing with this video right now. I'm just working it out. That does look like that's a piece of art, that thing right there.
They always remind me of Terminator arms. You know, the exoskeletons.
Yeah. Just the mechanical parts. Well,
very sorry about that.
Thanks for your fault. Thanks for our short little ride. It's been fun anyway.
We'll try again.
It's been a lengthy afternoon. We'll make it happen somehow at some point. In the meantime, everybody's reversing back across in front, which is quite an unusual phenomenon here at Foss. Ah, silence. Okay.
Gutted, man.
Yeah.
Wasted a few hours.
Yeah. One of those things. One of those things. I feel like the car is spectacular. Just sitting here is spectacular. Well, while we're back here in the paddock, I want to show you a little bit more about Utopia, given that we're here, and you know, this is a pretty remarkable car, to be completely honest. I mean, just look at this. Look at the lighting. Look at the way it feels so retro, throwback, but also modern. You know, everything's designed to be lovely to touch. In fact, these dials right here for the climate, you can put your finger in there and turn it like an old-fashioned telephone, or do it from the toggle itself as well. You can choose exactly which way you want to do that. Obviously, we've got the illumination, hit the button, and it shuts it all off for the time being. Like previous Pagani models, there are stowage cubbies just here on the dashboard. Everything is cloaked in leather. Look down here, there's a little storage pouch on the central tunnel, even up there as well. In here, in the armrest, this piece raises. This is where your key can be stowed, in the leather pouch just here. Of course, as we've seen before, the keys in the shape of the car. This is the shape of the Pagani Utopia. That stows just there. We've got this new luggage behind. In fact, we've also got the harnesses, the fitted harnesses that you can see behind the seats as well. But these one-piece seats with the suit hanger bags literally latched over the top, the HP graphic on the very top of the headrest as well. And then where you have this mixture of the traditional look with the leather, with the materials, with the cross stitching, you've then got the Carbotanium for the tub, carbon fiber tub, super lightweight car. It's about 1250 kilos or so in total. But as I was mentioning, very, very airy feel with the glass up top, the canopy, the window. There was a big debate around the design and styling that you have for these windows and the way they curve, quite unusually, to be honest, especially here. Normally you'd have on a car more aggressive lines than Pagani went for with this. But by making that shape, it obviously gives it a new style, a new character, new silhouette. Look back there, look through the wing sections under these winglets at the very back. It's a special thing. It's a very special thing. And even the mirrors, look at the shapes of this, the way they're top mounted. Mirrors on Paganis have always been a special thing. These back to door mirrors on earlier models, they've been out here literally on the wings, wing mirrors. And then the carbon blades over the top, as we mentioned, of these new Trofeo RS tyres, newly introduced. Those are the tyres also for the Dark Horse, a Pirelli rival to the Michelin Cup 2R. Effectively a road legal homologated tyre, but about as close as you can get to a slick. Not sure how much of this I can see. Actually, look at this. Look at the way there's aero here, how open it is inside that. I'm not sure how much you can quite tell for the air channel management coming out and underneath and around the side, similar to what you see back there, mixing those straps, obviously for the old feel and old vibe. It's very interesting, this. Look at the tyre tread. Look at that. It's basically a slick with some grooves in it. Unusual style, unusual thing. And we've got the shapes of the headlights as well. Lots of talk about the headlight covers on Utopia and the finished look of that. Just opening up the rear clam so we can take a look in here as well. It is a work of art. It is absolutely beautiful in there. The engine that was developed, obviously prepared for this car, which was codenamed C10. We saw an earlier derivative of it in the Roadster BC, the 6-litre twin turbocharged V12, one-man, one engine in AMG, except in this case, they're built specifically by a few select engine builders. Michael Kubler responsible for this car, and we've got the full carbon fibre of the underside. But every single detail, Pagani are famous for this. Every single titanium bolt is bespoke, extra lightweight, exclusive, presented in the most beautiful way. And you start to see that. I mean, even Utopia on the components here to do with the suspension, everything is just unreal. Then you've got the storage buckets here, one on either side for your luggage, hidden away beneath that rear clam. And you can see a little bit more of the tyre tread back here as well. But everything carbon fibre. Pagani were really at the forefront of introducing carbon fibre on road cars in the very first place. And this is their latest interpretation of that. It's interesting to see the windows that you have here, and obviously through the deck lid as well, and even the air filters and just the way it all comes together. But that's something special to behold. That is a very, very, very pretty engine bay to take a look at. I mean, we might not have gone up the hill climb, but even just seeing that is really, really quite something. We also have the front opened up here as well. Again, all carbon fibre. You can see more of the suspension components. Obviously the cooling up here as well. Not too much to take in, but just everything finished exceptionally well. Like I was saying, every bolt, every detail, everything really very, very smart in this car. Car being closed up, again, the latches down here. Obviously lots of different ways you can spec these kind of cars. The lower visual carbon, for example, rather than having the full monotone bodywork that this particular one has. Look at this though, it's this mixture of classic elegant lines that the Utopia wears, combined with the modern technology, the materials, lightweight. Obviously introducing again a manual gearbox to a car of this category, a good old school manual, in this case the 7-speed dogleg. We haven't really touched all that much on the design back here. We saw a teaser of what this design would look like in the Codalunga, which was the limited special bespoke project made by the Grandi Complicazioni division in response to customer demand. But I love this Pagani logo shape that wraps around the whole of the rear section, the signature quad exhaust tailpipes inside the circular surround back there as well. Utopia. Look at the intricate detail even inside the tail lamps here, and how open all of this is as well, that you can see in and around. It's a really, really special machine. Very, very special machine, and a lovely view through as well into the engine bay over the rear deck. We still have the last cars returning back. That was the FXX K Evo. There's a Viola Bast STO, which is not mine. Identical colours. 599XX. You'll have to believe me, it's coming through. Not sure if anything's going to be following that, but rolling through over there. Next, Hurricane Evo Spider. It's a strange feeling. It's not normal that the day kind of wraps up like this here at Goodwood. The car is covered. It's the end of the day. That wraps things up. It's been a while since the supercar run here at the Festival of Speed was cancelled. I think the last one was when it was already scheduled to be the last run of the day back in maybe 2015, 2016, but it happens. There have been a few accidents today. Obviously, it's pushed back the entire timetable. Let's hope that nobody is too seriously injured from any of those accidents. Car going through hay bales, and a particularly bizarre incident of a wheel and tyre coming off a car halfway up the hill climb, which was obviously not ideal either. But motorsport is motorsport. The Utopia has been a lovely experience, even if it's only been from here to just over there, and then reversing back again with Francis. Hopefully there'll be an opportunity to fully experience this, to maybe over this weekend hop back into the passenger seat. I've got a very busy timetable myself, which means lots of cool videos to come for you guys. But if not, then something in the very near future, I'm sure, in Italy, visiting Pagani, and maybe down the line, getting behind the wheel to experience that shifter as well, the dogleg gated manual that you have now. Crazy to think in a brand new hypercar to make that an option, but that's what we love, right? As drivers, as enthusiasts, it's a wonderful car, it's a wonderful thing. And today has been a completely bizarre day. It happens. Bit of bad luck on my behalf, but hopefully you've enjoyed the video anyway. So big thanks to Francis and the team at Pagani for making it possible to showcase the Utopia from here at the Festival of Speed. Of course, as always, a thanks to you guys. Without you, it wouldn't be possible, and I appreciate that an awful lot. For now, though, that is all. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again very soon. Cheers!